Many people have not come. Half of the people have come.
You are giving this chair also as a gift.
Somebody has sponsored the chair for the IPP.
Because it's all new. I thought you were going to give a chair.
Somebody has sponsored for IPP department. Okay, the question, we exchange questions.
First of all, I would like to thank all of you, especially the leader, Rupu Vyas Prabhu, for participating in the book distribution marathon. And what is your score? The book distribution score? 8,000 Mahabhikkhus, 8,000 Bhagavad Gitas. So, out of 3,10,000 is the score of Jugu. So, almost 10,000 books distributed by your group. It may look like, compared to 8,000, it may look like less, but 8,000 by itself is a huge task. It's not like 8,000 cannot just jump out of the box and then land on the lap of somebody unless a lot of effort is put. And very big thanks to all of you. You have done a wonderful service for Prabhupada. And certainly, Prabhupada is very pleased to see that someone gets a book, and this book is like an opportunity for the person to become Krishna conscious when he starts reading. But the reading could happen anytime. But we don't have to really be concerned about it. Sometimes people always say that, no, they took the book, they are not as if, if you take the book, let's start reading from the bookstall. Suppose you go to a bookstore. The bookstore person doesn't expect you to be reading there. You take the book. The very point that the person took the book means it is going to be read sometime. Even if not him, somebody else. So this book distribution is like planting the seed of devotional service. Brahmanda Brahmite Kon, Bhagyavan Ji, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai, Bhakti Lata Beach. The Bhakti Lata Beach is sown in the heart by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So this is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta purpose. And with the inspiration and all the necessary things for writing the commentary and publishing it, everything, by the mercy of Krishna that happens. So the Bhagavad Gita that we have distributed is actually the Guru Krishna Kripa actually. And you become like the agent, not like an outside sales agent. Sales agent's purpose is to distribute so that they will get something. So Prabhupada said our distributors are best sellers. Because they don't get any commission, they don't get any salary, still they are distributed. If this many books are to be distributed, actually in the outside world, there are books which are printed only 5,000, 10,000. They don't print in lakhs actually. There are many books. Even they print only, a few thousand books. If they are distributing few thousand, it's a big task for them. For us, it is like one small group is 8,000. So, the book distributor just distributes the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna to the conditioned soul. So you become like a farmer. The farmer, the seed is there, the potency for the seed to grow is there. Only thing is, you need to have the proper condition. Rain has to be there, proper sunlight is required. All these conditions, when it is fulfilled, then the plant grows. But the farmer's job is to just throw the seed, just to plant the seed. So a book distributor plays the role of a farmer, just to, but other things that happen. The favorable conditions, when it happens, then automatically the plant will start growing. So, by giving a book to a person, you have actually acted in a way that person could become a devotee potentially in the future. There are cases, not that on the same day they became devotees, after several years people become devotees. So after decades also. After decades. There was one devotee in my group. He was actually a police officer somewhere in interior Maharashtra. And he retired as a ACP, Assistant Commissioner of Police. And he said, when he was posted, our Sankirtan bus party went to that place. And he was police there. Police always don't allow the person to put a book table, right? So they were trying to put a book table, and he said, no. And then he gave him Bhagavad Gita. Mahaprasad, not bribe. So he took it and he allowed them to distribute the book. But he said he never read it and he kept it in his house only. And after so many years, maybe 2 decades, he was posted in Bombay. And then after retirement, he came to one of our programs. And then after that he started it. That book was there. 20 years he was not reading. Accepted it as anyway, any religious person, Bhagavad Gita is like a worshipable thing. So he kept it. But then, after he started coming to the program, after he started reading, he became a devotee actually. He's standing now, he's chanting police officer, retired police officer, chanting Hare Krishna. So, at some point or the other, even if not the person who took the book in his family or his friend, anybody can actually become a devotee. So we are potentially 8,000 people or more, at least 8,000 people to become devotee in the future. When that is not our problem. Our problem is to distribute. We have done our job. From there is something to be recovered from that side also. No, it is not that you throw the seed and it will automatically come. You should throw at the right time. But anyway, farming is a different thing altogether. We are not doing that. But at least books, once it is there, it could actually act. Prabhupada said these are like time bombs. The time is decided by the person, not by the distributor, but the person who receives it. The time is when it's open, when you want to read. That time you open it, then it will start acting. Invariable. So in this way, felicitating.
Yeah.
So by the time another marathon is started, maybe you can start planning for now. Because it doesn't have to be only in December. It could be any time, when opportunity is there. You don't have to. There is some opportunity for distributing books. You don't have to think that we don't do it now. We'll do it in December. We don't know December that thing will happen or not. If there's an opportunity, just do it. Suppose there is an opportunity where some conference or something where everybody can be getting a book. Do it. Don't think that what December में conference में देखे, what December में ये conference में आगे तक. So we can always keep thinking any opportunity that may come. Doesn't have to be always December. Anytime. Because distributing the book anytime one can do. It's not necessary that is only particular time we can do. But we are doing it traditionally because in the West, originally it started in December because during the Christmas vacation they used to distribute a lot of books. But in Indian context, it became like Gita Jayanti because Gita Jayanti comes in December. So we can't, in the West, some or other you will distribute book, whether you call it Christmas. Whatever possible effort we can put that effort so that this is giving an opportunity for people to come closer in Krishna consciousness and grow in Krishna consciousness. So that by bringing them, we get the blessings of Srila Prabhupada. And that helps us for our progress in Krishna consciousness. We want them to progress. It's not that we are fully, even if we are not fully progressed, then we take this opportunity for getting inspiration and blessing so that we can also progress. So everybody needs to progress depending upon whatever state of consciousness we are in. But it gives an opportunity for us to get the blessings and progress. So with that, once again, I thank all of you for having wonderfully distributed 8,000 Bhagavad Gitas. And I wish you all the best to double it in the next marathon coming. Prabhupada always said double it. We plan for double, then something more than what we distributed happens also is good enough. But we put our effort, then at the end of the day, blessings of Vaishnavas, blessings of the Lord, blessings of Prabhupada, all these factors are there. Depending upon our sincerity and the effort we are putting, the results will come. So we put from our side our best effort. The rest is up to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. So thank you very much. And if you said some questions and all, if you have some questions, we can discuss a little bit.
The first question I have myself is we say the book distributions, and what about the other savers which are there? How we have to keep the balance with the other savers as well as the book distribution? Like preaching is there, collection is there, then cultivation of devotees is there, maintaining is there. How which seva, how we have to prioritize it?
From Krishna's perspective, every seva is good enough. Krishna is seeing with what is your attitude, what is your consciousness. If the consciousness is clean in doing any service, Krishna accepts every service. There are so many. There are, of course, to maintain an institution like this, there are so many services. There are legal services. So, to run an institution, there are so many services. Prabhupada wanted every devotee to be an all-rounder, not specialized only in one aspect. All-rounder. Any service is there, one should be ready to do. But at the end of the day, the service which you can do the best, that you should do it. If you are best in doing something, you don't do that, and you want to take some other service, you may not be able to do it properly, then at the end of the day, what is the result? So whatever service we are best at, that should be given the highest priority. But also depends upon the necessity from the temple side. The temple that also has to be there. So balance has to be there. But depending upon the senior devotee's guidance, one can choose the different services. But then every service is good enough to, at the end of the day, we are doing service for our engagement in Krishna consciousness. We have to engage,
So you put one word I always remember, that it is a privilege. It's not, when you are doing this seva, it's a great privilege that you are getting it to do. So
Why do you always say that?
Getting an opportunity is also difficult. No? You may want to do it if you get an opportunity, no? So here you get the opportunity very easily. Opportunity easily. And that opportunity actually helps your advancement in Krishna consciousness, which is very important. Actually, one has to be engaged 24 hours a day in service. And that also by chanting the holy names. Tanadapi sunichena, taroreva sadashena, amanena manavena, kirtaneya sadahari. Kirtane. What is kirtaneya sadahari means actually engaging oneself in Krishna service. And the best way to do is chanting the holy names. If you have visited some of the Gaudiya temples or Samadhi, etc., you will find they write on the door above, Kirtane Sadhari. Anybody notice this?
Yes.
Kirtane Sadhari. This is actually our objective. Meaning, chanting the holy name 24 hours. Topmost exhibition of chanting the holy names. That is why it's called Namacharya. So, how many rounds you are chanting? 192. So, that is. Prabhupada, when he actually initiated the devotees, he asked them to chant 64 rounds, which is actually one third. One third of Haridas Padi. Haridas Padi तक नहीं पहुंच सकते, कम से कम 3 लाख नाम में 1 लाख. मंगल आरती होगा. You chant, I will take care. क्या चाहिए रोटी कपड़ा मकान के लिए कौन दे luxury थोड़ी देना. So that was his standard. Then Prabhupada went to the West. Then he made them chant Hare Krishna. They didn't know what they were doing. If you had told not possible. That ठीक है man. Do 32. Sixteen rounds के लिए 2 घंटा लगे. बाकी क्या करेगा? Because he then engages the devotees in different services. That is also Kirtane Sadhari, by the way. If one is chanting, that is highest level of Kirtane Sadhari, but one is sweeping the floor 21, that is also Kirtane Sadhari at a different level. Engagement is most important. When you are chanting, your mind is engaged. But in the same way, if you are not chanting, then do something where your mind will be engaged. That's the whole idea. So, this is based upon Prabhupada's instruction that Srimad Bhagavatam says, Idamni Pumsa Tapasas Sutasya Suttasya Sadhuddhi Dattayo Avichitokta Kavibi Nirubidam Yat Uttama Sloka Gunanavarnam. Which means we may have different kind of expertise. Pumsa, tapasa, somebody may be known for doing tapasya. Great tapasya, he went to Himalaya, long beard and everything. It's a great tapasya. That is also one way of being, you are known as expert in certain, you are expert in doing tapasya. Sutasya, somebody good in reading the scriptures. That if these expertises are engaged fully in service of Krishna, and that engagement is Uttama Sloka Gunanavarnam. Uttama Sloka Gunanavarnam means glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is glorified by the choices to poetry. Uttama, Krishna is Uttama Sloka, choices to poetry. So engagement of one's expertise in service is actually glorification of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kirtanaya Sadahari means glorification of Supreme Personality of Godhead. These two things are. उसके लिए देखना पड़ेगा कोई बड़ा आचार्य आएगा वो आके डिस्काउंट देगा तो दिखा अभी कोई डिस्काउंट देने वाला नहीं है application not done discount 16 grounds and what Prabhupada did then he made the devotee चलो बाहर जाओ chanting करो you are chanting on the beach is also chanting and you are chanting on the road in the beginning days of मृदंग नहीं करता नहीं कीर्तन नहीं हो रहा है दिस मैन बुक संकीर्तन बोलते हैं because book distribution is संकीर्तन बृहत मृदंग बोलते हैं it's not a small मृदंग will be audible only here बृहत मृदंग great and he sent all over the universities in around the world. And the Prabhupada disciples found the same book in McGill University in Canada. Same book. In different services. And he constructed the building. And people are engaged in building the temple. That is also something. And Prabhupada made the devotees to make life numbers. And Prabhupada personally made so many life numbers. And he used to go to the life numbers house and preach. That is also something. So he made the devotees busy in some activity or other. So much so that सुबह 4 बजे उठ गया रात में 9 बजे कुछ ना कुछ करते रहे ये भी संगीत somebody who cannot sit in one place sitting and chanting means your mind is under control. वो control नहीं होता है then physically get engaged mind will be under control. So at the end of the day engaging the mind, engaging the body in service of Krishna is required. So different services will be there depending upon the necessity, depending upon what is practical, depending upon which can be more fruitful. Calculating all these things depending upon the guidance of the authorities. Engage in any of the services sincerely, good enough for purification of the heart. We are doing all these services to purify our heart. Cheto Darpanamachi. So we sincerely engage when purification happens. So we make progress in Krishna consciousness. So every service is important. It all depends upon necessity and your expertise. Suppose I need something, you cannot do it. So what I can do? I have to find somebody who's. Suppose I said I want to make a website, I want to do a social media. I'm going to do some social media promotion. And somebody says, I don't know about social media. How can we engage? So somebody who knows. But he has some other expertise. He needs that expertise. So the leader's job is to identify the expertises of the people and engage. Certain things everybody can do. Distribute prasad, mostly everybody can do. Somebody may not be able to do, that's okay. But mostly simple things everybody can do. Simple things. Sweeping everybody can do, but that also is an art. How to hold the broom, what should be the angle, which should be touching there. But we have things that time, simple things. But there are certain expertises not like that. You can't become a programmer overnight, At least brooming your jobs are more But certain things cannot happen. So depending upon the expertise, depending upon the availability of resources, anything that is required should be engaged in service of Krishna. That is Uttama Sloka Gunana. We said different expertises. Now, present day expertises, somebody may be a programmer, somebody may be a driver, somebody may be a teacher, somebody may be whatever it is. So if he is engaged in that particular side, that's also Uttama Sloka Gunana. Prabhupada used this sloka to engage everybody in service of Krishna. One may be an artist, painting, you can paint for Krishna. One may be a poet. Prabhupada writes in the perspective. If you are a poet, you write poetry. If you are a scientist, you preach to the scientists. That's one of the slokas used for scientific preaching actually. Prabhupada writes, if you are a physicist, prove that Krishna is the supreme personality. You are a chemist, by your chemistry you prove that. So, any expertise you may have, if that can be engaged in service of Krishna, engage. You may have some expertise which cannot be engaged in service of Krishna, so you transform it. Somebody may be a butcher. He said, I want to engage. वो छोड़ दो तुम्हारा लकड़ा देगा उसको काटो don't cut the living entity, cut the dead entity. Tree को काटेगा तो ठीक है. So if certain expertises cannot be engaged, that you leave it and then transform that expertise which is more related to engaging in service of Krishna. So that is Krishna consciousness.
Thank you. Anybody would like to ask a question?
Prabhuji, in the history of the book distribution of ISKCON, there are many incidents take place in which the reader who maybe not even know about Krishna, not even heard about the Krishna, but after reading that he may be fully Krishna conscious. In that process, how the Lord mercy takes place?
The person who is distributing, he doesn't know. He has not read.
But who's taken the book? Who is taken for the read? He may be not even known about the Krishna, but once he started to read, then he became a Krishna consciousness. In that case, how the Lord mercy takes place on him?
It all depends upon in the previous life how much devotional service we have performed. Same book is distributed to different people, right? Somebody may immediately read and somebody may be immediately inspired also. Somebody may be reading, not understanding anything and keeping it also. It all depends upon the previous Krishna conscious credits that is carrying forward. Suppose see, Krishna consciousness is a continuous process. We are here. Each one of us, what Krishna consciousness we have done in the past life, we don't know. But generally in a group of devotees, you'll find somebody is making fast progress in Krishna consciousness. You will come to the lecture and then you say the chant, you'll start chanting. Somebody will say that baad mein dekhega. Why? This is because if somebody has already performed his Krishna consciousness and the progress, say for example 100%, if you have progressed, ready to go back to Godhead. Suppose somebody has progressed 10%. In the same group, somebody has progressed 90%. So these two people's inspiration to do devotional service will be different. That is, somebody will be fired up. In a group also there are some fired up and there are some fireless. मार के काम निकालना पड़ेगा. करो, करता हूँ घूम करके आएगा. फिर क्या नहीं कर रहा हूँ पर मुझे there are different people, right? कुछ ना कुछ बना बना के ये सब प्रसाद टाइम पे आ जाएगा, कोई कोई लोग है प्रसाद टाइम पे आएगा, लेक्चर में कम लोग रहेगा, प्रसाद हाउस में ज्यादा लोग है। ठीक है, प्रसाद काका की प्रोग्रेस करना वो भी ठीक है, but the point is if somebody has already progressed 90, for him everything will be like that. He will be in 16 rounds within 6 months. Who knows? And somebody maybe in 6 rounds for 6 years. This is because of our previous progress in Krishna consciousness. Suppose you keep doing it as much as the whole idea should be, we should do our Krishna consciousness so that we achieve that 100% of going back to God in this lifetime. Nobody should think that थोड़ा कुछ करेंगे आगे देख लेंगे, हम तो कुछ तो लास्ट तो नहीं है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? In Krishna consciousness, whatever it is, there is no last. तो हमारा तो अच्छा है ना, तो करेंगे धीरे धीरे क्या? If a student aims to score 100%, he may end up scoring 95%. ठीक है? If somebody is trying to score 30 mark and pass, अरे भाई हमको तो पास करना है ना, 30% के लिए प्रिपेयर करके जाएगा तो क्या होगा? Every one of you must have written some exam prepared, right? I'm not expecting it. So, how many of you are just prepared for scoring 30 marks only, 35, whatever it is? In engineering, it is 50% by the way. So whatever, pass percentage. How many of you went to the exam with a clear preparation to score only the minimum mark? Then how can you be preparing for your life's exam with the minimum mark? खाली नॉर्मल मटेरियल एग्जाम के लिए आप प्रिपेयर करके जाए, कृष्ण कथा एंड अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर एंटरिंग, सर इतना तो है, आगे होने वाला कि नहीं होने वाला हमको मालूम नहीं। एक बड़ा प्रॉब्लम क्या है, if a devotee has got desire to enjoy material thing, Krishna gives opportunity also. Suppose sometimes a child is born in a family and from the beginning only he is Krishna conscious. Sometimes you will find he go to college, after getting a degree he becomes Krishna conscious. Because you desire to get a graduation like that in the previous life. Krishna बोला ठीक है करो भाई, वो नहीं के बाद बुक लाके दे देगा, तो बन जाएगा. So your desire is also fulfilled. I want to be known as a graduate, and then you are Krishna conscious also. Suppose if by means of your whatever desire you get to go to heavenly planet next lifetime. Suppose if somebody has got that desire, I want to enjoy, I want to chant also, थोड़ा कुछ अच्छे से enjoyment करके chant मिलेगा तो अच्छा है. मैं chanting करता हूँ so that my salary will increase. तो मैं chanting करता हूँ, मेरा my remembrance of mathematics will come. These are all not the purpose of chanting, by the way. Purpose of chanting is cheto dharma. It is not the purpose. Suppose by some chance you landed up in heavenly planet. A heavenly planet, इधर का एक साल है, उधर एक दिन है, ठीक है? So if you land up there and if you spend a lot of time there, by the time you come back, whether you will have opportunity or not, what we know. Suppose you come back after 10,000 years, उधर जब आके पूछेगा मैं इस्कॉन जुगु में गया था, किधर इस्कॉन जुगु? हेवन ऑन अर्थ में था, मैं रियल हेवन देखना चाहता था, हेवन में गया, अब उधर से इधर आया, इधर आने के बाद इधर से वाइंड अप कर दिया, दुकान बंद. उस टाइम पे आके बोला कि मुझे चैटिंग करना है, वो मार मार के लेके जाके दूसरा करा देगा. So what will happen? So in this Kaliyuga you cannot go. What will happen after that we don't even know. So there is no question of only trying for pass mark. Pass mark मतलब चार मैं देखो भाई 16 माला कर रहा हूँ, 4 नियम पालन कर रहा हूँ, तो बनेगा नहीं, ठीक है मैं ये पास मार्क है, उसका नीचे वाला है वो छोड़ दीजिए, बात करना की जरूरत नहीं। ये पास मार्क वाला है, मैं 4 नियम पालन करके 16 माला कैसे हो गया, बहुत हो गया, बहुत नहीं हुआ है, ये तो बिगिनिंग है। This is the minimum required thing to be considered as a devotee. इसमें से क्या होगा, ये जिसे पास मार्क कैटेगरी, पास मार्क में नहीं है, इसका आगे क्या करना है, प्रिपरेशन, ये बात. So we should try to actually complete our Krishna consciousness. This, so that is what the inspiration should be. So we, wherever we landed up, somebody may be very inspired to do, somebody is a little bit slow because of their previous progress in Krishna consciousness. Wherever you are, this lifetime you have to become a Krishna. That should be our aim, goal, and motto. So in that way, when we are distributing, yes, different people will take in a different way. The same class, in the same class, somebody may be the topper, somebody may be average, somebody may be fail category also. But then at the end, the teacher's job is to make everybody to pass. Train them. So in the same way, we all, as a good student, everybody in the class wants to score 100%. That's good class, right? And everybody succeeds, that will be good, great. So we should try for that. We should try for that. Anything else?
When we remember Lord most of the time, then though Lord Krishna is having 62 qualities, they come into the human beings also.
When you remember good qualities of Krishna,
yes,
Krishna's all qualities are good ones.
No. When we
Every one of us have, but then in a very, very small quantity. In fact, practice of devotional service.
like I've seen big gurus who both are uneducated. They when they come into they start loving Krishna or remembering Krishna or Lord, in so they come to know the language of the world, without learning those languages. How they come?
If you know Krishna, you know everything. If you know the absolute, you know other things. Other things are not rocket science. But Krishna consciousness, once you develop the quality, even after cancelling that thing, तो agreement cancel नहीं करता फिर भी ले लिए देखो. You read I will build a temple, the Jewish story. The devotees did not want to come only here first of all. And they felt, what is this? Because those days, Jugu was a far distant place. They were happy in Feder Road. And उधर सब आकाश गंगा में बैठ करके उधर पढ़ा करता. उनको इधर तक आना है. Those days actually, बांद्रा का आगे तो इससे क्या हो, outside the city. So they didn't want to come. And then he has so much trouble. And Nahir is giving so much trouble. See, can you imagine? We want everything to be very comfortable. Prabhupada put this devotee in such a thing, and they were Americans, and they lived a very comfortable life. Here, पानी नहीं, ये नहीं, वो नहीं, डाल दिया, मच्छर काट रहा है, चूहा काट रहा है, क्या है? This is like hell actually for them. पर इंडियन के लिए ठीक है, मच्छर तो हमारा घर में काटा, इधर काटा, इधर फर्क नहीं पड़ता. उनको मच्छर देखा भी नहीं, इधर की काट रहा. अब चूहा को तो हम देख देते हैं कि हमको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. चूहा के साथ तेल तो नहीं होगा. वो आगे चूहा को काट के पैर को काट देते, क्या करेंगे? For them it was like a big austerity. And Prabhupada said no. They said no. Don't you want to be purified? जबरदस्त लग रहा है। हम लोग अभी होते तो कंप्लेंट करके नोटिस दे देते हम जा रहा था, आज का प्रसाद ठीक नहीं है, सब्जी में ज्यादा नमक डाल दिया, प्रोग्राम नहीं आ रहा। दूसरा प्रोग्राम में अच्छा प्रसाद होता है, उधर जा रहा हूं। इसे प्रसाद प्रिय। Can, even from the legal point of view, somebody cancels the deal, agreement बनाया, cancel कर दिया, फिर भी land में तो क्या वो ये कैसा हुआ है? Prabhupada did not leave. You no, they have not returned it, money, and they are not. We are still having. They allowed us to construct, sir. We are having the person. Still we will fight. मंदिर को तोड़ दिया, फिर बना नहीं दिया. So we are put in different situations. Prabhupada and Krishna is testing you. So these are all stepping stone for us. So once we engage in different activity, then naturally the quality Krishna gives the intelligence. Don't think that with our intelligence we are doing. You sincere, then Krishna will help. Without Krishna, that should, sometimes what happened? अहंकार विमूढ़ात्मा बन जाता है। अरे हम कर दिया है, 8000 गीता ना हमारा ताकत है पूरा, मालूम है? एक्चुअली ये तो कम है, हम आउट भी कर सकता था, मैं बोल दिया ठीक है इतना एक बहुत। Krishna's hand is always there to help the sincere devotees who are putting the sincere effort. Prabhupada put all his effort and Krishna acted. Otherwise it would not have happened. We would not be sitting here actually. This project would not have manifested actually. So at the end of the day, we have to put our, see the bottom line is, you have to put your 100%, see 100, not 10% down. Maybe you put 10% effort, don't expect Krishna will give 100%. So if even those who may not be expert in different fields, they will be what? Giriraj Maharaj is not expert in anything. But he was put in there and he was doing, Prabhupada said, you do this, expert ban gaya. Gopal Maharaj was also part of the project. उनको क्या पब्लिक रिलेशन था कि जब मंत्रालय जाता था वो लोग ट्रेन पकड़ के जाता था, अभी किसी को बोलेंगे ट्रेन में जाओ, बोलेंगे गाली देंगे. Those days they were not in a car. They had to borrow a car to get Prabhupada from the airport and all. They didn't have that. So all these people by doing, they became experts. So you also try to do things, you will become experts. It's not a problem. Krishna's qualities will start manifesting. Krishna will manifest in the form of his qualities. Anything else?
We can now 9 o'clock
Start.
Start.
Yes.